This map is a work in progress. It has no textures because I'm still moving elements of the map around to fine-tune the gameplay. I've gave myself this task because after many game ideas, far beyond my technical resources and abilities, I wanted to explore the real challenges of harmonizing aesthetics and the needs of a good gaming experience when creating a space. I started this map in the summer of 2013. I reworked it, playtested it, and innovated on the design for months until I decided to rebuild the whole map entirely. I decided on this because the map had no real identity of its own, and I also wanted to fix some large gameplay issues, so it seemed logical to take all the things I learned during the making of the map and put it to good use in a newer version. The current version of the map might seem different in all aspects from the previous one at first sight, but the making of the old version was necessary to arrive where I'm at now. The map was designed for Team Fortress 2. As this is a game with an established art style, I had to forge a map which could fit the TF2 theme but still be something unique and new. I liked how TF2 had a clean and straightforward approach to architecture and graphics, therefore I decided to build my buildings with a design philosophy where I define the mood with the general shapes and proportions instead of details. I use multiple themes in this map, the most dominant of which is Bauhaus. I like the idea of a Bauhaus-style TF2 map as it really fits with the friendly, colorful, shape-oriented art style of the game. I also used an industrial theme. I decided on this to make the setting of the map more coherent with the official map pool of TF2. I also took some ideas from old socialist factory buildings to achieve a, so to say, Temple of Work theme. Apart from these, I also use other influences to make the map more alive and achieve an eclectic effect. By mapping for TF2, I was not restricted to any art style or time period, so I could mix architecture in any way I wanted. To give hidden coherence to this eclecticism, I used the golden ratio when defining big surfaces where it made sense. There are many other visual tweaks I used to underline certain elements of the game. For instance, each building has a window type unique to itself. The strong presence of windows, quite unusual in TF2, is one of the most dominant elements of the map, as they take up most of the facades of the buildings. This aesthetic decision influenced significantly the gameplay of the map, as most of the interiors of the buildings are visible from the outside and vice versa. Lighting was another issue to decide. I chose an evening ambience with characteristic illuminating elements to draw attention to the general shape of the buildings. Instead of modeling the lamps, I built them out of brush geometry and terrain geometry to save time. I then converted these to models to avoid frame drops. I used different lamp types in each building, all of which were inspired by late Art Deco and Bauhaus. I put all of the sphere and amphorically shaped lamps inside, while all of the square lamps were put outside. The map has a symmetrical 5 capture point gameplay. The problem I often had with maps like this was that after the middle point gets captured, the losing team can easily spiral into losing the whole game, thus making the team with the less control points more and more passive, leaving very little space to turn the game around. I wanted to make a map where the opposite is true and the game can have epic comebacks with interesting gameplay till the very last second. In order to achieve this, I put the middle point in the basin, making it harder to capture, but also harder to hold. The only direct route to the middle point's high ground is from the second point, giving the losing team an advantage. I also built the second point in a manner where it is incredibly hard to capture, giving the defending team almost all of the advantages and leaving very little cover for the attacking team's advance. When the second point is captured, the game changes a lot, thus the name CP change. The map is S-shaped, so that the middle point and the last point are almost in front of each other. Between these 2 points, I put a building, which only opens once the second control point is captured. At this point, the attacking team's spawn is almost at the middle point, thus putting the attacking team incredibly close to their main goal. This shortcutting of the main route of the attacking team not only puts the attacking team at an advantage, but also encourages the attacking team to go on a route where they can't fall back on their fourth point. This makes it much easier for the defending team to recapture their second point back. This setting can inspire some really interesting gameplay decisions where both teams are vulnerable and not just the defending team. I was trying to make a map that is fun for both competitive and non-competitive players. This needed some balancing, and it is not yet done perfectly by far. I'm particularly fond of the half-open angular windows, as they add interesting cover and can be used to bounce pipe bombs into the buildings. After high school graduation, I plan to return to the map, run tests, fine-tune the gameplay, and finish it by creating and then applying my own set of textures.